We are here at the grand opening of the BIPOC LGBTQIA plus A to Z Youth Center in Upper Darby Township. I am Jess Brannis, your first openly gay councilwoman for Upper Darby Township, and I am so proud of what this group is doing right here.
I am Elijah Neal. I'm the volunteer coordinator for the UDTJ Community Center, and we will be gratefully opening the center today.
And my name is Nathan James, and I am an LGBTQ advocate, judge of election in Philadelphia, and all-around journalist. And I think this is a momentous occasion for all the LGBTQ community and everyone else in Upper Darby. This is a very special day.
Well, first and foremost, thank you all for coming out today. This is a very, very exciting and historic moment for us and also the county as a whole. So yes, that is a clapping moment. So my name is Diamond Gibbs. I am one of the co-founders of UDTJ, and again, we appreciate all of you for coming out to our ribbon cutting, and we're excited to have you all join us upstairs. So as we all know, February is Black History Month, and this Monday is actually International Epilepsy Day. And as a Black woman who was diagnosed with epilepsy at 5 years old and labeled as disabled since then, standing here today alongside my co-organizers is a very sentimental moment for me. It's personal. Black history is all day, every day, and UDTJ, I have to say, is Black history. I owe it to my ancestors to continue pushing forward despite the barriers, and collectively, we owe it to our youth to give them better. Not only do we believe in second chances, but we stand on the fact that our youth deserve a first one. A first chance to live, a first chance to thrive, a first chance to grow and take advantage of all opportunities. Our goal is to empower them, not neglect them. Empower them, not discourage them. Empower them, not incarcerate them. In this role, I am on a mission to ensure that our youth empowerment initiatives are accessible to underfunded schools, underserved and underrepresented youth, marginalized communities, and BIPOC and LGBTQ communities. I'm doing this for Angelo Ford. I'm doing this for Haseen Strand. I'm doing this for Kyle Lohman. I'm doing this for Tyshira Hankinson. I'm doing this for Sean Morcho. I'm doing this for Mia Love Parker. I'm doing this for Dominique Remy Fells. I'm doing this for William Penn School District, who lost multiple students alone just this past week. Another young life should not have to be taken or impacted by incarceration, gun violence, homophobia, homelessness, or mental health issues for us to do something about it. We started talking about our center back in October, and 4 months later, we're now open to the public. So now I will formally introduce myself as the Youth Empowerment Program Director at the UDTJ Community Center, the first youth, BIPOC, and LGBTQ center that will be open in Delaware County. So I will be organizing and facilitating workshops, cohorts, educational series, diversionary programs, and much more in collaboration with the school districts and community organizations to ensure that our youth are supported, build confidence and resilience, and much more. We are so excited to have you guys here today. And again, thank you all for joining us. And I will now pass the mic over to Kyle.
Thank you everyone for coming out here today. I want to thank everyone who has supported us up until this point, especially our many donors and volunteers that give so much to this organization because they believe strongly in our mission in ending inequality and inequity for marginalized populations here in Delaware County. I could not be more proud of my fellow organizers, volunteers, supporters, and activists. To the many that came before us and that have laid the foundation for us to get here today, thank you. To our donors whose support enables us to start building community and resources in our historically overlooked county, thank you. We have only just begun, and our dream is to ensure that this community center gives our Delaware County BIPOC, LGBTQQIA+, and youth community members a space of their own. In times of such challenge and vitriol, our first line of defense is a strong, vibrant, active, and connected community. We will always be each other's first line of protection. For those who may not know, UDTJ stands for Understanding, Devotion, Take Action, and Justice. And we have been organizing and providing services since it was founded in 2020 following the murder of George Floyd as a Black Lives Matter social justice organization. As our organization, we are so firmly committed to our values that we actually made it our name so that we never forget them. Understanding and building understanding in the community, understanding the issues that people face, devotion to the cause, to making a difference and making an improvement in people's lives, and also a devotion to ourselves and bettering ourselves. Taking action, because, well, you can understand an issue, but if you don't take action, it's really kind of pointless. And justice, which is what we're all fighting for. While UDTJ is well known locally for its BIPOC police accountability and LGBTQQIA+ activism, and for the founding of Delaware County Pride last year, this community center is intersectional and open to all people. By putting in the time, the effort, and the energy to create something that never existed before, we can move the needle forward. That's what will put our community on an upward trajectory. As someone who grew up in Upper Darby, graduated Upper Darby High School in 2016, along with Diamond, and found his voice in this community, I grew up not having access to such resources or services, and those that existed were not anywhere near where I lived. I honestly never really thought, while growing up, that I would live to see the day that Delco would have a community center such as this for our BIPOC, our LGBTQQIA+, and our youth. So I conclude my speech by introducing myself as the Director of Operations for the UDTJ Community Center. So reach out to me about all the boring stuff. And I wanted to ask you all to take a moment to consider volunteering, helping out at this center, hosting an event if you have an idea that you think can bring community members together, and helping us bring or build up our community center. It takes a community to run a community center. That's why we call it a community center. And we honestly could not have asked for a better community to work in. Thank you, and the work in progress has only just begun. Together, we are going to change the lives of so many and make our county a more inclusive and welcoming space. Thank you all. And next, I will be passing off to Kayla Kachi.
Thank you everyone who took the time to come out and celebrate the opening of the first LGBTQ, BIPOC, and Youth Community Center in Delaware County today. Today is going to make a more resourceful, accessible tomorrow for so many young people, queer people, and people of color. Being able to provide resources and services to the marginalized community as Director of Resources and Services is not just a career for me, but a personal aspiration. I am thrilled to be leading our Serving Delco Days program, Resource Closet, Referral Network, and our peer support groups at the Community Center. As a young queer person of color myself, I know firsthand how hard it can be to navigate resources that reflect your own personal situation. Growing up, I faced family challenges of homelessness, drug addiction, incarceration, legal battles, and crisis intervention encounters. At the age of 14 years old, my father had relapsed on opioids and 2 months later had taken his own life. Navigating through resources that were available to me was difficult for my grandparents. On top of my family challenges, I was also growing up queer and Black in a predominantly white neighborhood, in a predominantly white school, and going through a gender identity journey. I did not know, besides my very low attended, bullied GSA and my therapist, where to turn. It wasn't until the summer of 2020, in the face of a horrendous murder of George Floyd, that began the Black Lives Matter movement and heightened my own personal activist journey, did I finally meet 3 individuals who made me feel seen, respected, and advocated for. That was the summer I had met UDTJ. Kyle, Diamond, and Elijah became mentors, my friends, and sometimes I even go as far to say my older siblings. During the challenges I faced as a 17-year-old growing up in a school district, battling racism and with mental health issues and family struggles, and my journey being a young queer person of color, they stood in my corner and helped me find resources, advocated for me in the community, and I've watched them and myself grow as we've worked together for the past 3 years, from Pride to monthly outreach to now opening a community center. I would not be the proud, outspoken, strong-minded, queer, BIPOC, young activist I am today without Kyle, Diamond, and Elijah. And I truly believe that is why we need a community center, because I know that just like they helped me and so many others in our community, we are going to continue to get the work done to help so many others. I am just truly thankful today to be officially your Director of Resources and Services for the UDTJ Community Center. And now I will be giving it to Elijah.
Save the best for last, I guess. Hi, my name is Elijah Neal. I would like to thank you all for coming out today to see this new project, this new chapter of our organization that we are very thankful and grateful to have the community of Upper Darby and just Delaware County behind us in this. I'm really thankful for my friends, Kyle, Diamond, Kayla, to be doing this project and continuing our work in social justice that we have started 4 years ago in 2020. 4 years ago, I was just starting college. I was a freshman at Marshall University. I wasn't really doing anything related to the political realm until the pandemic, and then the movement for Black Lives Matter came around. And that's when I met Kyle and Diamond, and then eventually down the line, Kayla, who would all show me a way into the world of activism that my mother had previously paved for me, being a part of the Democratic Committee of Upper Darby. These values were instilled in me through my father and my mother, my late father and my mother, who I'm grateful for being in my life, showing me the ways of proper leadership and being an advocate for the community. As a young Black man, I am proud to be here and to say that I am the volunteer coordinator for Understanding Devotion, Taking Action, and Justice. And I would be ever so pleased if you all at least take a moment and consider volunteering for our center today. Just, if you see something that you can bring, see something that you want out of the four of us for the future of Upper Darby and Delaware County as a whole, please don't be silent and just speak up about it. Speak to us and speak up about it. And we'll try our best to make it happen. Volunteers are the lifeblood of our organization, and we are grateful to have you all here today again. Thank you, and that's about it. Before we do anything, let me present this to you guys. On behalf of UDC and my sister-in-law, she owns the property. So thank you guys. My house.
That's so nice.
All the love.
Thank you.
Well, who wants to open the center?
You know?
All right. Ready?
I think everybody wants to come up and see it, right? So let's do it.